Does being in the military actually give you an advantage when playing airsoft, or is that just something people say? What's up, guys? My name is Steve, and I was an 0341 Mortarman in the Marine Corps, and after playing a lot of airsoft, the answer isn't as simple as you'd think. What does carry over? So, a couple things naturally will transfer, and the biggest one is going to be situational awareness. Like constantly scanning, checking different angles, looking for movement, that kind of stuff. Not just locked on to one guy. Even in situations where you may be firing at one individual, you could still be, looking for other targets out of your peripherals, seeing who you're going to engage next and who might try to engage you. In the military, you learn pretty quick that tunnel vision can get you killed, so that applies really well out here. Another thing is going to be using cover, not just standing behind something, but actually thinking about what's going to protect you. Some things that may not be suitable cover in real life become suitable cover, like a bush. If it's, thick enough, a bush can provide you sufficient cover in airsoft, but in real life, obviously, it's not going to do shit. Second, thinking about where your next move is going to be. And then honestly, staying calm helps a lot too. Things can get kind of chaotic. It can turn into a Call of Duty lobby out there sometimes. Not just panicking or like spraying. You're actually thinking through it, picking your shots, taking deliberate shots, stuff like that. Finally, I would say communication is probably one of the other big things. Even simple call outs, working with the guys that are around you, stuff like that. It's stuff that like newer players don't really do much. They kind of like isolate, stay quiet, and they're focused on not dying, and they're not really so much focused on communicating what they see. That's just a couple things that I could think of off the top of my head that, transfer over from the military, but I'm sure there are countless more, so feel free to go ahead and leave a comment with any of them that I missed. And with that being said, I'm going to transition over now to what doesn't carry over. A lot of things, honestly. Airsoft is not the military. In real life, you're not sprinting around corners, you're not peeking all the time, you're not taking risks like you do when you're playing airsoft, because at the end of the day, airsoft is just a game. You can play way more aggressively in a game of airsoft than you could ever operate in real life because the consequences just aren't the same. And I think that actually throws a lot of veterans off at first, including me, because you realize pretty quick that some dude who has never served but plays every weekend or, plays a lot can absolutely outplay you. I've had it happen plenty of times. Kind of hinted on it a second ago, but in the military, everything is much more deliberate, much more cautious. In airsoft, it's more about speed, angles, knowing how other people are gonna try to move, and then knowing the limitations of the gear that you have to work with. Some of these really, really good airsoft guns are only capable of shooting like 100 meters, and that's like a really good gun. So that, I think, has a lot to do with how you play, because you have to get a lot closer to your enemy to even be in contention of hitting them. It's definitely more of a game. It's more Call of Duty and less Battlefield, you know what I'm trying to say? So in conclusion, does being in the military actually help you when playing airsoft? Yes, absolutely, but it doesn't automatically make you better than everyone else. In any given weekend, you could go out there and you could absolutely shred, or you could get murked by a 13-year-old with a rental all day. It's a humbling experience sometimes, and that's what I love about it. Everybody goes out there and we're pretty much equals. At the end of the day, it's just a game. And I think that's something a lot more people need to take with them when they go out there, and I think a lot less arguments and disputes may happen. If you're a veteran who's wondering, hey, should I play? Fuck yeah. It's a lot of fun, dude, and I think you'll love it, or dudette, I think you'll love it. It's an amazing way to get some cardio if you don't run much. It's great exercise, and it's just a whole lot of fun. It's way better than any video game you could ever play, and I'm going to take it to my grave that I think it is better than paintball. So take all of this with a grain of salt. Take it as you wish. This is just my opinion and some of my insight that I'm trying to share from my experiences. But you could have your own completely separate opinion. You could think that the dudes who have served are completely unfair advantage and they shouldn't be allowed to play with open play people. So let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear it. I hope you're having a good day. Take care.